We all know that the way we think greatly affects the way we feel and the actions that we take. So what if there's certain thoughts that really are getting in our way? What can we do about it? One way of looking at our thoughts is to think about them as stories. It's not necessary to believe everything we think. Unhelpful stories can be edited.
You know, there are a lot of ways that you can strengthen the story that you tell others and yourself. Ways that you can make that story more powerful. When you tell stories about yourself, you're always listening. And one of the decisions you can make is you can make yourself the hero of your story. I work a lot with people who would like to be able to sing and play, to perform for others. It's a very common experience after I have performed for someone to approach the stage and with a wistful look to say, "Boy, I wish I could sing," or "I wish I could play the guitar." And I work with these people. And one of the things that I have to convince them of is that they have to stop telling themselves, as well as others, that they can't sing, that they can't play the guitar, but that they have to begin telling the story about themselves, that they are a singer, that they are a guitar player. Begin to tell those stories about yourself that are stories of empowerment, that you are the singer, you are the guitarist. There are many, many people who do not play golf like Tiger Woods, and yet they have a wonderful time playing golf. Painters who don't paint as well as Michelangelo, and yet they're very entertaining and creative painters. So, be the hero of your story. Visualize the story that you're going to tell. The more detail, the more color that you can bring to the story, the sound, the smell that you can bring to that story, it's going to create in your audience a more vivid, real story, and it's going to make that story powerful and strong. So take the time to bring detail to that story. And finally, engage your audience. Invest your story with yourself. Believe in your story. Look your audience in the eye. Breathe deep. Relax. And tell your story directly to your audience with the confidence that it is your story and you're sticking to it.
Okay, so here's where you get involved in this. Think about some story that you've been thinking or telling about yourself for a long time, for too long. It really doesn't feel so good. It does not cast you as the hero. A story you'd like to change. By changing that story, your life might be a little richer. You might feel a little more pizzazz. And then think about these tips Tony was just sharing with you. And stop the video. Try your hand at using those tips. Sit down, take a few notes about this new story you'd like to tell. And then come back to the video and we'll continue.
My daddy used to say, when you're a mule, it's a new world every morning. So you get to tell a new story about yourself. Back in the early 70s, the folk duo, Ian and Sylvia, wrote a wonderful song about someone looking into a warm, lighted room and hearing someone sing a song and yearning to be that person with a song, beautiful song. And they sort of make an offer. Give me a song and I'll make it my own. Here's just a verse from that song. And remember that you can make it your song. But don't you ask me to sing you a song. I don't know the words, I don't know where they belong. But if you gave me one of yours, I'd